I got played, y'all. I got played. And I got a story to tell. What's good, y'all? My name is Sean Slaughter, real estate agent and investor. And today, I want to tell you how I got played. Now, it's all good because the story has a good ending, somewhat, but it inspired me to think about the 4 keys to client loyalty and how not to lose clients to other agents. I hired a concrete contractor who I hired to do my pool. Had some dirt around my pool that I wanted concreted. I had a pad in the back that I wanted extended to my patio, and then there was 2 other spots that I wanted him to do. Additionally, he was digging up my driveway in the front, and there's a circle in my driveway, and so I wanted to close that circle because there's grass in the middle so that cars can drive around. So first of all, he started on the back, but he dug up the circle. He didn't dig up my driveway, but he dug the circle up, right? It's a pretty big circle. And the back part, it took him 4 weeks to complete. The job should have took him about a week, maybe 2 weeks max because of rain and stuff like that, but it should have took him 7 days. And not only did it take him 4 weeks, the front of my house, that circle was basically dug up and looked horrible, right? Just dirt piled up because he dug it up and it just looked horrible. When he did the concrete around the swimming pool, he created a dam because there was dirt around the outside gate of the swimming pool that should have been clawed back, and he didn't claw it back. And so when rain came, it would hit the concrete in the swimming pool, and instead of leaving the swimming pool area, going onto the dirt and going down the hill, it basically stays within that pool area, which can create foundation issues. Nevertheless, the pad looked fine, but he left all the forms in the pad. He left all the forms in the pool. And then the other 2 spots, he didn't even do. And he told me, well, I'm gonna do those little 2 spots when I do the front, all right? When I do the circle in the driveway, and I'll pull the forms up too. So I paid him, and I gave him a deposit for the front. He started doing the front on April 12th. He bought an excavator, dug up the whole front, concrete, big mounds of concrete, big mounds of dirt. April 12th, did not show back up till April 30th. He showed back up April 30th. Me and him had a conversation like, what's good, what's up? Like, he had all his excuses. His car broke down. He had nosebleed. This dude had so many excuses, it was ridiculous. That day, he laid down 1 frame, right? When you're doing concrete, laid out 1 wood frame. He left and was supposed to come the next day. Never showed up. Next day, never showed up. So I hit him like, yo, where you at? What's up? What's good? I'm kind of over this. I'm done with this. And from that point forward, he never responded. He ghosted me, took my money, and he ghosted me. And I'll be dealing with that. Now it's Monday. I'm gonna search for a contractor. Call some contractors. I have a contractor show up on, a couple of contractors show up on Tuesday. The one that I chose, I liked him because he educated me. And honestly, it's something that I do to my clients. I try to educate my clients. I try to coach them because I don't want them to have any surprises, and I want them to understand exactly what's going on. So I picked him. That was Tuesday night. Wednesday was my birthday, May 4th. I go out to eat that night. I come back. All of his equipment is in my driveway, right? Like, this guy ain't playing. The excavator, everything is in the driveway. 6 a.m., they're tearing up the rest of the concrete. He has like 4 or 5 guys out here. Now, the other contractor was by himself. He complained I couldn't find guys and all that type of stuff. And I just think that he was being greedy, wanted to do it himself because he wasn't making that much money. These guys started at 6 o'clock and my driveway was concreted by 1:30. This other guy, now mind you, just to kind of give you, my swimming pool in the back area took about, 8 yards of concrete. Took him 4 weeks. My front yard took 22 yards of concrete, and he finished it in 24 hours. And it got me thinking, how can I help my motivators? How can I help my friends on YouTube with this situation? Because we're living this thing together. We're walking this thing out together. And I said, I'm going to give them the 4 keys to client loyalty. Because this contractor that I met within the last 24 hours, We had great talks, great conversation. I had good talks with the other guy too. But I'm going to refer him to anybody that needs concrete. He has my loyalty. The other guy, the clown, I'm like, dude, I'm a real estate agent. Why would you as a contractor make me your enemy, right? He's done. He's done for me. Here are 4 things that you can do as an agent to make sure that not only do you keep your clients loyal, but they don't leave and go to somebody else. Number 1, and if you watch my videos long enough, motivators, you know my number 1 rule for real estate agents. Don't lie. You ain't gotta lie, Chris. So we're gonna call my first contractor the bad contractor. We're gonna call the first contractor the good contractor. And I'm gonna use them within my keys just to kind of show you how you as an agent or even an entrepreneur or somebody who is at work can really create loyalty from your clients. The bad contractor lied. He lied through the entire process. He said it took so long because he couldn't schedule the concrete, because you got to schedule the concrete, have it poured. He said they kept on canceling on him. When my concrete guy, when he called the concrete people and they said, hey, we can do it next week, right? He had a second concrete person that came and did it the next day, all right? So he had some flexibility in that. And even if he told me, hey, look, I can't get it until next week. I can prepare it and set it up, but I can't have the concrete pour until next week. That still would have been the truth. This guy kept on saying that they were canceling. Then he was saying that the concrete company that he used was working on the Hampton Roads bridge tunnel. And come to find out, where I live, the concrete people, Farmer Services, don't even deliver concrete to the Hampton Roads bridge tunnel. So he lied about that. He was just lying through the whole process. And it made me a bitter client. And if you lie and your clients find out, your clients are gonna eviscerate you to their friends. Because think about it, your clients and people in general talk more about a bad restaurant or bad experience than a good restaurant. Their stories about their bad experience are like 10 minutes compared to the stories about their good experiences, which are 4 minutes. And so don't lie to your clients. The good contractor, he came, he told me his price. He told me the things. He even educated me. He said, look, he said, if I pour this concrete next to these sections here, and these sections continue to sink because it was really, really damaged in certain parts, he said that new concrete is going to join, and then as that thing sinks, these other ones will sink, and it's going to crack and mess it up. And he said, look, I would recommend taking those out, but if there are price issues, we can cut around it. He gave me options. He was just honest to me. And he said, as soon as you pay, I'll have my machines here. We'll start working on the next day. It'll be done. And it's funny because right now, the concrete was poured yesterday. His guy is out here taking out the forms. This is 36 hours. My backyard where he poured the concrete has been like that now for 7 weeks, still has the forms in it. These guys came within 36 hours, poured concrete, taking out forms. Don't lie. And that act of honesty will lead to that first step in loyalty. Number 2, be accountable. Now, let me tell you guys a little secret about being accountable. Your mess ups can actually be blessings in disguise if you're accountable. Because you're gonna mess up. I mess up. But when you're not accountable for your mess up, that's when the client that you're working with begins to hate you. Because now they feel like you're trying to finesse them. They feel like you're purposely trying to trick them, and nobody likes feeling like they're being tricked. Nobody likes feeling like they're being taken advantage of. So if you make a mistake, be accountable. The bad contractor, when I pointed out some of this stuff, hey, you haven't taken the forms up, or hey, you haven't did this, he blamed, the concrete company for not delivering the concrete, which was a lie, rule number 1. He blamed his truck got broken down, and then he got sick and had a bloody nose, and like this dude had so many issues for the reason that he couldn't finish. and the reason that he wasn't showing up to the job to complete the job, right? On the other hand, the good contractor that I hired, he does the concrete for the agreed upon price. Then he says this, look, those forms the other contractor was about to take up, I'll take those up for you. And as a matter of fact, I'll bring a tractor out here and some of this dirt, I'll grade that for you. Like all the issues this other contractor left me with, this guy said he's gonna take care of it. Everything that he said, he over delivers, right? And so I've met this guy, he's really a great guy. We had really good conversation. And now I'm a cheerleader, all right? I'm a cheerleader. Like I'm sitting here in this video talking about this contractor that I met 36 hours ago, and I'm already promoting his business. Don't you want the same? I want the same thing. I want to connect with somebody and do such a good job, be honest and be accountable to the point where this person goes and tells all their friends. Because the reality is that in this business as a real estate agent, referral business is gold. It's hard to go out there and find new clients and build trust and find new clients and build trust. But when you are referred, that person that you work with that referred you to a new client has passed some of that trust because they've already talked about you. They're great. They're awesome. They're going to take care of you. They've already passed some of that trust. So now you don't have to jump all of those hurdles. Be accountable. Take accountability. Not only should you take the credit if things go awesome, but you should also be willing to take the blame if things go poorly because of something that you did. Number 3, be skilled. You can have somebody who is extremely likable. They seem like a good person, but they don't really have the skill to do what you want them to do. This guy, I actually had him in my house a couple of times, the bad contractor. And we sat at the dining room table and chatted up, a little bit. He's a decent guy, right? Cool guy to talk to. He can be very likable. The good contractor came in and he started pointing out different things that this guy just did incorrectly. If you're working with a person and you do the first 2 things, right? You don't lie and you're accountable, you make yourself likable, but then you suck, right? Or you have low skill, they're gonna feel like they've been swindled. Like this person does not know what they're talking about, and all they're doing is using their charisma and their charm to get a sale, but they really don't know what they're doing. And that person, again, is going to feel bad and is going to talk mad trash about you, and now your name is ruined in the streets. But on the flip side, you're honest, you're accountable, and you show incredible skill. You know how to navigate the market. You know how to write an offer. You know how to list a home. Whether you're a real estate agent or you're an entrepreneur in another arena, you should be educating yourself every single week. There are too many videos on YouTube for you not to cut off Hulu, cut off Netflix, cut off HBO Max, which is hard. Open up YouTube and watch videos about your craft. Listen to different voices talk about your craft. Watch people talk about the tips and the tricks and the different things that they've learned over their years and years and years of skill that they can pass down to you for free. Take a course through your real estate association. Take a course through RAIN. Educate yourself, be skilled. Because once you're liked, once you're in and you got that trust, now you got to execute. And if you don't execute, you're not going to build a loyal customer, you'll build a frustrated customer. Lastly, be helpful. And I really need to kind of stress this. We're entrepreneurs. We are in this to support our families. We want to make money. We want to have a lifestyle. Well, let me talk about myself. My goals are get my girls through college, and I want them coming out of college debt-free. Take a fantastic vacation, like a dope vacation where you just go ball out because we work so hard. So just take a dope vacation every single year, but also plan for retirement. So I have enough money or assets and income where I can retire when I want to retire. These are the 3 things. I don't live for cars. I don't live for clothes. If that's your thing, that's cool. I'm not knocking it. I'm talking about me. I don't really live to impress people and flash and show all that type of stuff. I live really kind of for the future, right? But in that grind, you can get so caught up in that chase for the dollar that you forget to do this. Be helpful. The bad contractor did not want to be helpful. He did not want to communicate. He did not want to really work it out with me. And eventually he stopped taking my calls. He didn't respond to my texts. He was not being a helpful person. He was a selfish person. Now, the good contractor was being helpful. He negotiated our cost. He came down some. It was a big job. And then he was like, hey, look, man, I'm gonna help you out. There was a fuel surcharge. He only charged me a portion of that. He's getting rid of the concrete that was here from the last contractor. He's grading out the dirt and moving the dirt, which actually was part of the original charge. And he said, look, man, I'm just gonna do it. My machine's gonna be here. I'll take care of it. Like, just be helpful. Do you not think that as a client of this contractor, that I'm not gonna promote him? That anybody that comes to me, and I keep telling y'all, people hire you because of character first, skill second. All right, motivators, y'all watch my videos, you should know this. All right, you should start noticing the pattern of my rants. They're gonna hire your character first. When I promote this man, I'm gonna say, look, first of all, he's a great guy. He's a fantastic guy. He's an honest guy. He's very helpful. He really cares about the customer. And oh yeah, by the way, his crew does a fantastic job. My concrete looks amazing, right? That is why you need to be helpful, all right? Don't just worry about selling the home and making your commission, but what are some of the additional things that you can add value to your client? How can you be helpful? Now, are there some limits to being helpful? Yes, because you're a business and not a charity. So there should be some limits to being helpful, all right? Like my grandma said, you can't be sweeter than Jesus. So don't try to be sweeter than Jesus, but try to help people in real, tangible ways that make sense. All I'm trying to say is add more value than the client thinks that they're getting. And I guarantee you are going to create a loyal client and an awesome referral business. And this is not a referral business talk. There's many more pieces to a referral business on how to manage that. Maybe that's something that we'll talk about. But this is one of the major pieces to getting those clients that are even willing to refer you. Motivators, I love you guys. I am here for you. I want to inspire you. I want to motivate you, whether you're a real estate agent or whatever aspect of life, if you're an entrepreneur, even if you're on a job and you need a jolt of inspiration, you need a jolt of motivation, this is your place to be. Be sure to like, subscribe, karate chop that bell. This is the House of Motivation, the place where inspiration lives.